Hi students, good morning and welcome to the new episode of English class. In the previous class we had completed our fourth chapter, that is Fancy Nancy. Our chapter is Fancy Nancy, and today we are going to do the comprehensive work from the text. Today we are going to do the comprehensive work from the text. Okay, the first comprehension is vocabulary ladder, that is the meaning. Grumbled. First one, you listen to the text, page number 25. Page number 25. The first word is grumbled. Listen to the word grumbled. Grumbled. What is the meaning of grumbled? Grumbled means complained. 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 Grumbled means complained. GRUMBLED. Grumbled. What is the meaning of grumbled? Complained. 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 Next word is stirring. 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 To move around us with a spoon. Meaning to move around. To move. MOVE. Move around. AROUND. Around us with a spoon. With a spoon. That means to move around us with a spoon. When we make so many dishes, we have to stir around. Constant stirring is needed. That means to move around with a spoon, as with a spoon, that is stirring. 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 Next one is disgusting. The third word is disgusting. 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 Disgusting means, what is the meaning of disgusting? A strong feeling of dislike, contempt. Contempt. A strong feeling of dislike. Disgusting. A strong, STRONG. A strong feeling of dislike. Feeling of dislike. Of dislike. Disgusting. A strong feeling of dislike. Disgusting means a strong feeling of dislike. You study it now itself. Okay. Next one, trembled. 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 Trembled means, what is the meaning of trembled? To shake with cold, fear or anger. When we are cold, we are trembled, shivering. Trembled means shivered. Trembled. To shake with the cold, fear or anger. To shake with the cold, fear or anger. With cold, fear or anger. Fear or anger. Or anger. Anger means angry. Anger. ANGER. To shake with cold, fear or anger. That means trembled. We are shivering. Trembled. Shivering with fear. We are shivering with angry. And we are shivering with cold. When we have high temperature, we are shivering with cold. When we are feeling anger, we are shivering with, we are shouting, fearing with anger, shivering with anger, trembling with anger. And when we have some fear, we are shivering with fear. That means we are fearing. Some children, when hearing the thunder, we are shivering with fear. That is shivering with fear. Trembling means shivering. Simply we can say trembling means shivering. And the next word is obliged. Obliged means compelled by duty. Obliged means vidheyatum. Obliged. 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 Obliged means compelled by duty. COMPELLED. Compelled by duty. By duty. DUTY. Somehow, anyway, sometimes your teacher may beat you or scold you. That is why we are compelled to do so. We are not intentionally hurting you by scolding or beating. We are compelled to do so. That means our duty is to make you study. That is why we are scolding you. Sometimes we are beating you. That is, we are obliged to do so. We are obliged to do so. That means we are doing it as a part of our duty. We are doing it as a part of our duty. Then these are the words and their meanings. Okay, listen here. Grumbled means complained. Grumbled complained. Then next one, steering, to move around as with a spoon. Steering means to move around as with a spoon. Next word is disgusting, a strong feeling of dislike. Disgusting means a strong feeling of dislike, condemned. Then trembled, to shake with a cold fear or anger. Trembled meaning to shake with a cold fear or anger. Then next one, obliged, compelled by duty. There is one more word, treat, something which gives pleasure. Treat, something which gives pleasure. T-R-E-A-T, treat. Something which gives pleasure. Something, W-H-I-C-H, which gives pleasure. G-I-V-E-S, gives pleasure. P-L-E-A-S-U-R-E. That means when you score high marks in your class or high marks in the school, your mother will treat you by giving you something, or your class teacher will treat you by giving you something which is due to pleasure. Pleasure means happiness. Pleasure means happiness. Okay, let us move on to the next segment. The next segment is sentence making. The next one is sentence making. S-E-N-T-E-N-C-E, sentence. S-E-N-T-E-N-C-E, sentence making. M-A-K-I-N-G, making, sentence making. There are some words given to us and we have to make a meaningful sentence using that word. First one is steer. S-T-I-R. S-T-I-R, steer. Can you make a meaningful sentence using the word steer? Yes, can you make? Constant steering is needed to make pudding. Constant steering is needed to make pudding. Right? Constant. Write using your pencils. Constant steering. S-T-I-R-R-I-N-G. Steering. Constant steering is needed. S-T-R-R-I-N-G. Steering is needed to make. M-A-K-E, to make pudding. P-U-D-D-I-N-G, pudding. Constant steering is needed to make pudding. This is the meaningful sentence and we have to use the word in the sentence. Next one, treat. T-R-E-A-T, treat. T-R-E-A-T. Do you get any treat on your birthdays? Do you get any treat? Yes. My mother gave me ice cream as a treat. My mother, M-O-T-H-E-R, mother, gave me ice cream as a treat on my birthday. B-I-R-T-H-D-A-Y, birthday. My mother gave me ice cream as a treat on my birthday. My mother gave me ice cream as a treat on my birthday. Then next sentence, next word is disgusting. That means a strong feeling of dislike. Disgusting. D-I-S-G-U-S-T-I-N-G. Disgusting. Next word is disgusting. Can you make a meaningful sentence using the word disgusting? I am disgusted by his behavior. I am disgusted. That means I have a strong feeling of dislike to his behavior. I am disgusted by his behavior. I am disgusted by his behavior. B-E-H-A-V-I-O-U-R. I am disgusted by his behavior. I am disgusted by his behavior, or I am disgusted by his behavior. Okay. Next one is tick the correct answer. Next one is tick the correct answer. First one, mother called Nancy. There are two options for each sentence and we have to tick the correct option. Mother called Nancy. First option, fancy Nancy. Second option, her baby doll. Which one is correct? First option is correct. You put a tick mark near the first option. Mother called Nancy, fancy Nancy. Mother called Nancy, fancy Nancy. Then second one, mother had bought a new beautiful expensive plate. First option, at a very cheap price. Second option, to encourage Nancy to finish her food. Which one is correct? The second option is correct. Then the sentence will become, mother had bought a beautiful expensive plate to encourage Nancy to finish her food. To encourage Nancy to finish her food. Mother had bought a beautiful expensive plate to encourage Nancy to finish her food. Then the third one, the little man called himself Mr. Manners was true to his name as he bowed with respect and said thank you. Even if he was troubled, he did not say anything. What was correct? Mr. Manners, because he bowed with respect and said thank you. He bowed with respect and said thank you. The first option is correct. I read the three sentences once more. You please listen to your text. Mother called Nancy Fancy Nancy. That is the correct sentence. Mother called Nancy Fancy Nancy. Then second one, mother had bought a beautiful expensive plate. Mother had bought a beautiful expensive plate. Then next one, the little man called himself Mr. Manners was true to his name as he bowed with respect and said thank you. He bowed with respect and he bowed his head with respect and said thank you. Okay. Then next one, the notes will come to you. Question answers. Next sentence. Who said these following words to whom? Who said these words to whom? Next segment. Who said it to whom? Who said it to whom? Said to whom? Who said it to who? That is the next segment. First one. Now eat up your dinner or I shall get cross. Who said these words? Mother said these words to Nancy. First one, you write in the text. Mother, M-O-T-H-E-R, mother said these words, you write now, these words to Nancy. These words to Nancy. W-O-R-D-S, words to Nancy. N-A-N-C-Y. Mother said these words to Nancy. What was the word? Now eat up your dinner or I shall get cross. These words are spoken by the mother to her daughter Nancy. Mother said these words to Nancy. I am in a terrible fix. Who said these words? Mr. Manners said these words to Nancy. Second one. Mr. Manners, M-A-N-N-E-R-S. Mr. Manners said these words to Nancy. Mr. Manners said these words to Nancy. Then I simply must not leave food around. I simply must not leave food around. These words, who said these words? I simply must not leave food around as his door get blocked. Who said these words? Nancy said these words to her mother. Nancy said third one. Nancy, N-A-N-C-Y. Nancy said these words. S-A-I-D said these words to her mother. Her mother. M-O-T-H-E-R. Mother. Nancy said these words to her mother. Nancy said these words to her mother. Okay. First one, you please listen. I will say it once more. Mother said these words to Nancy. Second one, Mr. Manners said these words to Nancy. And third one, Nancy said these words to her mother. Third one, Nancy said these words to her mother. Okay. Next segment is say true or false. Say whether these statements are true or false. First one. The cottage had a big door painted in red. Is it right? No, it is not right. So we have to put a cross mark. The first sentence is not true. It is false. Then next one. Mummy came back with ice cream. It is also A wrong answer. Wrong. Mummy came back with ice cream. That is wrong. Then there is a big cucumber blocking the door. That is also false. You put a cross mark. Okay. Then Nancy now never leaves anything on the plate. That is true. You put a tick mark. Fourth one true. You put a tick mark near the column. Okay. Then listening and speaking. In the lunch break, Pam sees her friend Karishma throwing her lunch in the dustbin. She talks to her friend. Here are the story of Here is a situation that happens in the classroom. Here is a situation that happens in the classroom. Two children are described here, and one is Pam and the other one is Karishma. Pam and Karishma. And what did Karishma do? Karishma, at the time of lunch break, Karishma throw away her food in the dustbin. And Pam sees it. Karishma throw away her food in the dustbin, and Karishma sees this, and Karishma and Pam are talking together. This is a conversation. Filling the blanks of the dialogue with the help of the given box. Help of the clue box. There are some words in the clue box. Aloo paratha, then cook, lunch, healthy, poor. You please listen to the text, page number 27. All of you take your text and listen to it. First one, Pam. Hi Karishma, I saw you empty your dash in the dustbin. Empty your aloo paratha in the dustbin. Empty your lunch. First one, lunch. First one, lunch. Empty your lunch in the dustbin. First one, lunch. You in the first blank you write lunch. Lunch. Hi Karishma, I saw you empty your lunch in the dustbin. Hi Karishma, why do you throw away the food in the dustbin? Your lunch in the dustbin. Karishma, yes, mother gave me aloo paratha. I don't like them. My mother gave me aloo paratha. Second dash you write aloo paratha. There is no need to write capital letter A-L-O-O. Aloo paratha. P-A-R-A-T-H-A-S. Aloo parathas. My mother gave me aloo parathas. I don't like that. So I put that lunch into the dustbin. Why? Pam is asking Karishma, why are you throwing the lunch in the dustbin? Karishma is saying, my mother gave me aloo paratha today, so I don't like this, so I put that in the dustbin. Pam, oh, but I am sure your mother is a good cook. Your mother is a good cook. In the third one you write cook. I am sure your mother is a very good cook. It will be very tasty. Your mother is a good cook. They must be tasty. They must be tasty. Pam is saying. Pam said, what did Pam say? Pam said that, oh, but I am sure your mother is a good cook. They must be tasty. Karishma, but I don't like them. I always tell her not to give me. I always tell my mother not to give me aloo paratha. I don't like that dish. And Karishma said it will be very tasty. Pam, she wants you to have dash food. She wants you to have healthy food. In the next dash you write healthy food. H-E-L-T-H-Y, healthy. H-E-A-L-T-H-Y, healthy. She wants you to have healthy food. She wants you to have healthy food. Then next one, do you know what you have wasted could fill a hungry child's stomach? There may be so many hungry children here, and the food you spill in the dustbin. You spill means you throw away. You spill in the dustbin the food you wasted can solve the hunger of a child. Can solve the hunger of a child. Can fill a hungry child's stomach. There is no one hungry in the class. Then Karishma is saying, there is no hungry child in our class. There is no hungry child in our class. Then Pam said, I am talking about the dash children, poor children. I am talking about the poor children. Fifth one, poor. I am talking about the poor children. I am talking about the poor children. And Karishma, so what can I do now? I throw away the food. I wasted the food. Now what can I do? Pam, ask your mother to give you something you like. You ask your mother to give you something you like. I am sure she does not know that you throw away your lunch. Your mother is not knowing that you are throwing away the lunch packet. You are throwing away the dishes in the lunch box. And next time if you don't like your lunch, give it to the poor beggar you see on the red light. There may be some beggars on the way, on our way to school. On our way to school we can see so many beggars are sitting here and there. Whenever you don't want your lunch, you keep it with yourself, and when we go back from our school, we can give it to the beggars or poor people. We can give that food to the poor people, and they can eat that one with the taste, and they can relieve their hunger. Give it to the poor beggar you see on the red lights. Karishma, I am sorry Pam, I did not think that way. I shall be careful and thank you. Here, now Karishma understood her mistake and she is feeling sorry for the wasted food. She is feeling sorry for the wasted food. And in the first blank you write lunch. I will say the spelling once more. Lunch, lunch. And the second dash you write aloo paratha. Spelling I-A-L-O-O, aloo parathas, P-A-R-A-T-H-A. Yes. Then next one cook, C-O-O-K, cook. Then next word is healthy, H-E-A-L-T-H-Y, healthy, H-E-A-L-T-H-Y, healthy. Then the fifth word is poor, P-O-O-R, poor. Okay, is it clear? Do you finish that one? Then writing section, make a chart of food items you like or dislike. Write down their benefits or their ill effects. You write a chart here. In our chapter we had studied that Nancy disliked so many food items and she liked some food items, and like that you prepare a chart of yourself and the food items, names of food items you liked and the names of food items you disliked, and the reason for your like and dislike, and what are the ill effects caused by the dislike of the food. Okay, then next one is grammar. Next segment is grammar. G-R-A-M-M-A-R, grammar. You don't write E-R in your notebook. I had seen that. While checking the notebook, I had seen that so many of you are writing G-R-A-M-M-E-R. The correct spelling is G-R-A-M-M-A-R. Pick up nouns or nouns, our helpers. Today we are going to learn nouns. In the bracket you write our helpers. Nouns, our helpers. Okay, pick out the missing noun from the box and fill in the blanks to complete the sentences. There are so many nouns there. First one is plumber, next one is teachers, next one is bakers, next one is carpenters, then stationers, then tailors, green grocers, etc. Then the blank sentences are there. We have to fill that one. First one, Dash makes bread. Who makes bread? Bakers. B-A-K-E-R-S. Bakers make bread. Bakers make bread. M-A-K-E, make. Bread. B-R-E-A-D. Bread. Bakers make bread. Second sentence. Listen here. Dash teach children in the school. Who teach children in the school? Teachers. T-E-A-C-H-E-R-S. Teachers teach children in the school. Teach children in the school. Children in the school. In the school. S-C-H-O-O-L. Children. Sorry. Teachers teach children in the school. Next one, Dash make furnitures. Who make furnitures? Plumber. Plumber make furnitures. Third one, plumber make furniture. Sorry, carpenters make furnitures. Carpenters make furnitures. Sorry, I had a mistake. Carpenters, Carpenters. Carpenters make furnitures. Make furniture. 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 Carpenters make furnitures. Then next one, dash sell pens, pencils and copy book. Who is selling pen, pencils and copy books? Stationers. Fourth one, stationers. Stationers. Stationers sell pens, pencils and copy books. Pens, pencils and copy books. Pencils. Now you write down in your text, pencils and copy books. Copy books. Stationers sell pens, pencils and copy books. Then which is the next one? Dash stitch clothes. Dash stitch clothes. Tailors. Dash stitch clothes. Fifth one, tailors. Tailors. Tailors stitch clothes. Stitch. Stitch clothes. Clothes. Tailors stitch clothes. Next one, dash repair taps and pipes. Plumber. Sixth one, plumber. Plumber. Plumber repairs. Repairs. Repairs pipes and taps. Taps and pipes. Plumber repairs taps and pipes. The last one, seventh one, dash sell vegetables and fruits. Who sell vegetables and fruits? Greengrocers. Greengrocers. Green. Grocers. Grocers. Greengrocers sells. Greengrocers sell vegetables and fruits. Vegetables. It is not vegetable, it is vegetable. Vegetables and fruits. Vegetables and fruits. Okay, is it clear? I will repeat. You will please listen. Bakers make bread. Who make bread? Bakers make bread. Who teaches children in the school? Teachers. Teachers teach children in the school. Next one, carpenters make furnitures. Carpenters make furniture. Carpenters make furniture. Then stationers sell pens, pencils and copy books. Who is selling pen, pencil and copy books? Stationers. Next one, who stitches your cloth? Tailors. Who stitches your cloth? Tailors. Next one, who repairs taps and pipes? Plumbers. Who sells vegetables and fruits? Who sells vegetables and fruits? Greengrocers. Greengrocers sell vegetables and fruits. Okay, let us move on to the next segment. Next segment, filling the blanks with the opposite of the adjective in bold letters. Here are some adjective in bold letters and you fill with the opposite meaning. My father bought a new car and sold the dash one. New, opposite of new. Opposite. What is the opposite of new? New, old. Old. Opposite of new is old. You write only old in the blanks. You write only old in the blank space. Opposite of new, old. Then second one, there was hot and dash water in the washroom. Hot. What is the opposite of hot? Hot, cold. Hot opposite, cold. Then next one, he is young. His grandfather is, opposite of young is old. Young. Opposite, old. Here two olds are there that I will tell you later. And next one, the room is tidy but the kitchen is Untidy. The opposite of tidy. Tidy means clean. Tidy. Untidy. Tidy, untidy. Then next one. Some animals are ferocious, but some are friendly. Ferocious. Ferocious. Ferocious means envious. The opposite of ferocious, friendly. Friendly. Ferocious, friendly. Ferocious opposite, friendly. Next one. Mr. Farida was out, but Mrs. Bhatia was in. Out. Opposite of out is in. Opposite of out is in. Look here. I will say it once more. You please listen here. New, old, hot, cold, young, old, tidy, untidy. Then ferocious, friendly, out, in. Opposite of new, old, hot, cold, young, old, tidy, untidy, ferocious, friendly. Then last one, out, in. Opposite of out is in. And in next is the I value life segment. Here, do not leave your food on the plate. Take little quantity and refill if you want more. Do not waste. This is an instruction for you. Do not leave food on your plate. You are in the habit, your children, as your children, you are in the habit of wasting too much quantity of food. You take only a less quantity of food in your plate. Take only a less quantity of food in your plate and do not throw left food in the plate after having your food. You don't waste food. That is an important thing. You don't waste food. Take little quantity and refill it when if you want. If you want more, you have to take more quantity from that, and you have to take from the vessel. You have to take from the vessel. For the first time you take only a little quantity, and if you want more you have to refill your plate. You have to refill your plate and want more. Do not waste food. This is the most important thing is value. Know the value of food and know that there are so many poor people and they have no food to eat. If you are served with so much of food, don't waste the food. And here is an activity for you. Bring your favorite food and favorite plate. Share with all your friends. Remember to finish the food and clean the plate. And now we are not having class. You are staying at home and you share your favorite food with your siblings. Siblings means your brother or sister. Sibling means your brother or sister, your family members. You share your food, your favorite food with your family members. This is the end of the chapter, and I hope you all enjoyed this chapter and you understand all the grammatical portions, and the notes will come to you soon. And this is the end of this chapter, and let us continue in the next class. Thank you.